What's going on, guys? It's Andy. I just want to thank you guys for all your support on the recent podcast. I also want to let you guys know that around 60% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. It would be much appreciated if you guys can go sub and like the video real quick. I also want to let you guys know that we do have timestamps on the podcast. I know that a lot of you guys don't have all the time in the world, so we put timestamps so you guys can skip to your favorite topics. And to make things a lot easier, we have a second channel where we put the most interesting and funniest clips on there. It would be much appreciated if you guys can go check that out. Again, thank you for all your support, and back to the podcast. Yo, it's actually insane. Like this is like the ninth episode of the podcast. Like it's incredible how far we have made it. Like we've definitely changed a whole bunch of stuff from the first episode. We've definitely gotten a new display. We've definitely been expanding with our second channel, the podcast clips, TikToks on Instagram. All that stuff is popping off, and it's just the biggest change that we have done. And I just gotta say I'm proud of everybody who's on here. And I also just want to say welcome Alex to the podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Uh, we're this is gonna be an amazing episode. I know we talked behind the scenes, and we're definitely gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. And it's gonna be sharing. We're gonna share a lot with the viewers, and it's gonna get very personal. But before we get into that, I want to start with welcome back to the Bullying Podcast. So we talk about random shit that you might like. It definitely feels so good to say that. I have Chris Michael has been taking over the past two
Me.
episodes.
Yo, give me 3 seconds. Give me 3 seconds, guys.
Dylan,
Give me
yeah,
three
it was
seconds.
Dylan and Michael. 3 seconds. So on our right we have Dylan. On my left we have Alex. At the bottom left we have Michael. Bottom right we have Chris. Welcome to the Bullying Podcast. Let's get it, guys.
Yeah, that episode was fucking crazy, guys. But I just want to say that I'm happy that it's been like what nine episodes, like Andy said. That's more than 2 months right there. Crazy.
Yeah, two
That's
months.
crazy.
I think it was the 26th of
It was on Chris' birthday.
June.
It was on Chris' birthday, I
June.
think. Was it on Chris' birthday?
Yeah,
I
we
think
made
it
the
was June
podcast on my
26th.
Oh
birthday,
wow.
24th.
Yeah, we created the
I,
channel
uh,
on Chris'
uh,
birthday. Yeah.
Wow.
So
now. Oh yeah, we were. Yeah. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Forward to birthday streams.
yeah.
Birthday
It's
podcast.
awesome.
Yep.
You know, one thing that I found out was crazy and I think is very funny. You know, OnlyFans are gonna take exclusive content out starting October.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
seen that.
Yeah.
They made it. They made it like super vague too. Like fucking Moist Critical was talking about it. Like they made it like you can't, like you can show nudity now, but you can't do sexually explicit content. So it's like what can you do? What does that entail? Like
So basically, that's HBO after 12, 12 at night. So that's what it's
Yeah.
turning into.
Yeah.
I guess
That-
so.
More into softcore.
I'm thinking it was so I've heard this and I don't know how true this is, but since a lot of but you know how Bella Thorne, how she like kind of scammed everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That shit was a
so that
scam.
whole situation where a lot of banks don't want to work with OnlyFans. So I'm guessing that's
Yeah.
why
I
they're
think,
doing that.
Right.
yeah. Although that's not worth because they're still making bank, bro. Like they don't need to do that. Like,
I heard from
These girls,
yeah.
bro.
I heard from when I was watching Philip DeFranco, it was something about they're looking more for more investors, and I'm like they want so
Yeah.
if they're looking for more investors, they want to be more friendly in a sense,
Like,
which is kind of crazy
But
how
how
Why?
funny can that be?
their whole entire team was
Cities.
built beyond what they're basically removing now,
mhm,
which is funny.
exactly.
But that wasn't the real intention.
True.
What'd you say, Alex?
Can you buy OnlyFans stocks? Is that a possibility?
I don't.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Because I haven't heard anything about them having a stock or anything like that.
I don't.
But
yeah.
they would be making hella money with that. Because
Yes, they
even
would.
now,
Maybe
like
not now,
customers
though.
making a lot of money. Like it's crazy how much money each creator is making. And it's funny, like I seen all like on TikTok, it's like all the guys like
Amaranth.
now time to get a job, time to get a real job. And I was like, damn,
Bro.
you don't have to do them like that.
Bro,
Someone's-
Amaranth makes
Mhm.
over $1 million a month.
Yeah.
But she has
Yeah.
that Twitch. She has Twitch going for her. So the
So that's
OnlyFans
just-
like
And the
doesn't have to
OnlyFans.
worry about that.
additional.
I know,
funds
no,
for
I know, but like if OnlyFans exclusive content is not there, she
I-
can't do OnlyFans. She has Twitch.
Wait, no, I thought she was making $1 million a month only off of OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. That's only OnlyFans.
Oh wait, no, I meant Twitch.
Oh no
I meant Twitch.
no way no
I meant
way
Twitch.
no way
Bro.
no
But
way.
Well,
Pro-
off a month, no.
Cause she gets like a lot
She
of
makes a lot,
subs.
but not a
Not a
mil a month.
mil.
Not a mil.
Because I
OnlyFans.
don't even think X makes a mil a month.
Nope.
Like,
Yeah, no. And what was it? Karina Koff, like she made like 4 mil in like a month or some shit.
4 mil? No,
Holy
no way.
shit.
So
I thought she
What
did
do
like
you-
I know she made $165,000 on one picture, and that's just her showing her titties.
Jesus Christ, dude. First of all, what can you do with 4 million? You wake up the next day and you're just like, shit, I got $4 million and I still live in an apartment with
Oh
nothing in it.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck is up with that?
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
I did.
I don't know.
I don't
She
They
get
must
it.
be diversifying their bonds or something. I don't know. Who knows?
He made 4.2 million in 1 month from OnlyFans. That is
That is
crazy.
incredible. I don't even know what to do with $4 million.
Oh,
But
I
Yeah.
do.
actually, I kind of
buy
have
a
an
bunch
idea.
of figures.
Buy a bunch of figures. Two is not the two cabinets right behind me is not enough, and honestly, I would just have a museum, starting with vintage figures and beyond. But like I said, what would you guys do with $4 million? You just wake up and you posted a dick pic.
Dude.
You got $4 million in the morning. What do you do?
First
You
of
know?
all, I'll be impressed if my dick pic gets 4.2 mil.
Same.
That's first of all.
Same.
And it's just straight up. I'll definitely house.
You better buy your
Bunch of
mama a
shit.
house.
Oh, of course, bro. I'll be buying a whole bunch of shit,
She
investing,
made you. You better.
and just invest in a whole bunch of like apartment complex, condos, houses, and just straight up
Facts.
investments. Everything is just straight
That's
up
a-
investments, real estate. That's
So
about
that
it.
yeah,
Like,
that's a good way to put it. Diversifying your bond. What about you, Dill?
I'd buy two things.
drugs
One,
and cocaine.
no, a bit more tasteful than that. Um, one,
So
I would
boring.
get a hyper blue BRZ, and then I'd mod the shit out of it. And then
That's a-
I would get a Porsche GT3 manual.
With no house.
No,
No
house.
house.
No
living
house.
in my car,
No
dude. I'm
house.
living in my
Living
car.
in the car.
This car.
Going
This
to
only
car shows, making your money off of the car
Oh,
shows.
man,
Yeah. Living in the car, dude.
You know what'd be cool? You know those garages, like big garages where you can park your car. Yeah, no shit. You can park your car.
Multifunction garages.
Yeah, and it's like a house. They have a living area. So like the top is like the living area. At the bottom is like the garage and stuff like
The
that.
entire
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's like
Like
the
Tony
floor is
Stark.
like marbled, and it's so nice.
That's cool.
yeah. Every time I always if have you ever seen like a checkerboard garage floor? Love that.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I've only ever seen that once in my life. It's like I went to over to like a dude's house. It was like fucking Jesus Christ, checkered board floor. That does something to you.
You
I
went
don't know
like,
what it
oh
is.
my god.
But Michael, what would you do if you just woke up with $4 million after posting a dick pic?
Bro, I'll go and straight up to Andy. Yo, dude, I just got 4.2 million from just my
Rub it in your
fake dick
face.
pic, bro. What the fuck, bro? And then I'll be
Don't
like,
do
okay,
anything
Andy.
with it.
Bro, I'll be like, okay, Andy, what the fuck can we do with this fucking money? It'll be like, okay, I know you have $4.2 million. You can invest your money. I'm like,
Bro, be my financial advisor, bro.
yeah. Andy's like my financial advisor when it comes to business because he knows he has connection when it comes to business. He knows that he has that knowledge for that. But like when it comes to like actual pleasure, I'll be like, bro, house, have a big house, create a big house, have like one whole entire room just for a gaming studio, and just like live off of that with all the investment, bro.
Yeah.
Just live with that. That's gonna be crazy.
Bro,
Real shit.
I thought you were just gonna like get the $4 million and just rub it in Andy's face and don't even like spend it. Like
Nah.
just
Nah,
to like
when it
taunt
comes-
him or something.
I would never like. Back then, I probably would have done that. Back then, I would probably would have done. I'm like, yeah, you go, bitch. Fuck you. But now, I literally, Andy, we fucking made it, boy. We got $4.2 million because that $4.2 million is mine and Andy's. Because like anything I have, anything that I have is Andy's as well. So it's just we fucking made it, bro. That's the only thing.
It's a lot
We
more
made
awesome.
it. We made it off my dick picture. We did it, bro.
Did it, bro. We did it.
That 2-inch defeater.
2-inch beefer. I mean, sorry.
2-inch
I forgot
beefer.
beefer means poop.
Oh my. What about you, Chris?
Chris, yeah.
I mean, I'd probably buy my mom a new house. Uh, pay off this house, remodel this house because this room I've lived in this room my entire life pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'd like to stay here, but build a whole ass gaming fucking room with everything, and then just invest the rest. Really, like pretty simple.
I don't know shit about investing. I'd probably remember when I invested in fucking Dogecoin and I pulled out immediately.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Wow,
that's
you really did?
it's you could say it's just like in RuneScape when I go bossing for the first time. I get hit one time and I fucking say, "All right, guys,
Immediately
I
teleports.
gotta go. I gotta go."
The damage isn't even calculated. Yeah, he like
Damn.
still gets.
And it's not
he still
like
Same with
investing
Dogecoin.
is not for everybody because a lot of investments are risk, and a lot of people are not. They're so scared of taking risk
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's not for everybody, I guess. But that's funny. One hit. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You literally did that.
For real?
Yeah.
Done it multiple
What a
times.
guy.
What a guy.
Man.
Yo, imagine him on a Final Fantasy 14 raid, bro. You'd be like, guys, can I just jump off? Can I just jump off and like we said,
Heal,
Oh,
wipe,
he
heal,
guys?
can't teleport
heal.
out.
Guys,
Listen,
wipe, guys, can you wipe?
listen. I want to suplex that train. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I'll suplex the
like,
train.
I know we talk a lot about RuneScape and like games. I know we had Drums. He was an awesome guest. I loved him, and I
Drums.
want to start
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that. Drum, whatever.
I'm a drum.
You know. A drum. He said he could call him Drums.
You call him
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
drums.
Drums
Get
or
her-
whatever. Drum.
Yeah.
So, he, I want to start doing that for the podcast, bringing in content creators such as for Final Fantasy 14 or RuneScape and things like that, because their journey is awesome. Just Drum explaining his journey on how he's doing things, it was just, it was amazing. But besides the content creation, I want to talk. I want to go into a deeper conversation with you guys. And I know Alex, you know a little bit about this, but I
Right.
want to talk about mental health and things like that. You know a lot about ADHD, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, just take
Yeah,
over,
but
man.
yeah. So for ADHD, I noticed it's been a big topic lately around news, media, and the first thing I want to talk about is uh, how do you deal with ADHD? How do you get diagnosed? What is it like if you deal with ADHD but you don't treat it? What is the strength and weaknesses? All that stuff. Now, um, does anyone here have ADHD?
I
I-
don't.
I might have it, but
might, but
we're
I'm
not
not
entirely
ADHD,
sure.
maybe
I have
ADHD.
ADD.
Yeah. So ADHD is a little intense sometimes for me. It's like imagine this: you wake up and there's already 20 tabs in your head open, and it's a lawnmower that does not stop. It never stops. It always goes. And at the end of the day, you get so tired because it does exhaust you really.
Yeah.
Um, one of the things I want to talk about is with ADHD, you want to do so many things. You want to be the master of everything. You don't want to be a jack of all trades. Or sorry. So let me rephrase. With ADHD, you're a jack of all trades, but a master at nothing. But that's not a bad thing. That's actually really good because you develop an understanding of a lot of things. For me,
Yeah.
I went to college, tech college for since 2014. I've done a whole lot of things there. I became a smart home technician, IT technician, cybersecurity guy. What else have we
But
done?
by the way, I just want to say, like that's how he knows us. By the way, me, Alex, and Chris were all in the same class, together
For
at the
IT.
tech college. Yeah, for IT doing
Ah, okay.
Right.
cybersecurity. Just for everyone.
So
to know.
yeah, because I
Yeah,
was confused with the timeline. Is the 2014? I thought you guys were all in like high school tech. I know I'm pretty sure it
you're
was
right.
tech, but yeah.
Yeah, so
Keep going.
it was tech college. Now with ADHD, it sucks because you hyper fixate on these
Yeah.
these subjects, these matters, professions. I've had maybe like, oh god, maybe like 40 hobbies I've picked up and then dipped. Now it can be good, but it can be really bad. Because this is where I want to come and talk about executive thinking. Now, are you familiar with executive like decision making?
Like,
Go into details a little bit of
Yeah,
like
so
what is it?
from what I've read, from what I've gotten, your executive decision making is timing, planning out your days, maybe planning schedules, committing to
Yeah.
plans, cleaning your room, making sure everything's good. You're not like me. I'm at a convention where and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna spend $20. The next thing you know, you spend up $340. Bad decision, bad
Sounds like
executive.
a personal experience.
Yeah. So it sucks. It sucks. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a good point to start because I have so much to talk about. It's a book in 25 years in the making
Yeah.
with ADHD. So I guess one thing is um the best way to talk about it is what do you guys want to know about it? Do you have any questions?
So
Yeah.
and I want to start because I don't know if I do have ADHD, but I know there's something up there because like my brain does not stop. It constantly is like I have it's always thinking so many thoughts.
Right.
If we're talking right now, I'm probably going through a whole bunch of ideas
Are you thinking
and
like
things.
about five other things right now as well?
Uh,
Maybe 10?
Even now, like probably like it comes into the position that our like if we're talking, I might like just doze off and like a whole bunch of thoughts are coming in, and it's
Right.
always like that, and I'm always thinking, and I'm also, and I don't even know if this is related, but I'm also somebody that if I plan something, I work best if it's last minute. Like if I plan something last minute and it has to go my way. Like if I want to go out now, it'll be something like an impulse. Okay, let's do this. And I'm constantly when I clean my room, I have to change something in my room.
It's man.
Like I constantly move my desk all around because
Oh
I
yeah.
need to see the change. I need to see that
Yes.
change.
Yes, I've been there. You cannot. The thing is, you can't stick in one place for a very long time when you experience uh, symptoms of ADHD, like that. What you mentioned, that's probably one of the most relatable things I can relate to, as far as I know at this moment. About changing your room, you have to move your posters, you have to move your TV, you have to move this, you have to move that, and you're just not happy with like the positions that everything is in, so you kind of find yourself moving it almost on a monthly basis because you can't stick to you're not used to staying in the same spot.
Yeah.
I understand that. I am all over the place. I'll even spend like a week out of my own house because I just want to be out and doing a whole lot of things. um so yeah, it's definitely a part of ADHD is just you're constantly shuffling, you're constantly moving things around, organizing. Um, for example, that I like to mention this figure display cabinet. I might have reorganized that maybe 20 times since living here, and I've been here for only 6 months.
Man.
So
Wow.
yeah, and I don't know what it is. It's just it can't be perfect. But then again, you're kind of hitting the borders of OCD. But I'm not OCD. I just can't. I gotta move it around. Now, another thing about ADHD is earlier I had just mentioned picking up so many uh, uh, little interests like hyperfixations. Um, this is actually really cool. But know your limits because this is the double-edged sword with ADHD is because you want to pick up all these very great topics. They're fantastic. Everything's great. Be it, let's say IT. For me, let's use myself as an example. Play a lot of rhythm games. I try to watch a lot of anime. I tried soldering. I tried electronics. I was an electrician for a little bit there. I was a smart home tech. What else? I'm learning how to rave now. That's my biggest hyperfixation. But then you don't give your time to focus on the more important matters: cleaning your room, brushing your teeth, getting up or going to bed on time, and then getting up for work on time. This is where, you know, the double-edged sword I'm talking about. You have all these interests, but it burns you out, and you don't have time to focus on more important matters. So uh, I'm having a hard time coping with that, or dealing with that. But I just want to know, has anyone ever experienced anything like that?
So I'm pretty sure for me, a little bit of I I do like the regular stuff, but there's some stuff that drain my energy. Like I can pick up interest, like, oh, that's cool, or like I know I could do this, but then I don't have that energy to continue it.
Right.
So yeah, it just like I experienced it a little bit.
Yeah. At that point, I've learned one way to cope with it is by I had a day timer, and it's funny because I spent $24 on a damn day timer. Don't need that shit. When we
Yeah.
have these, we have literal phones that can plan everything. I don't know what it is for me, but everyone has their own ways of managing their time. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah. Uh, Hmm. But I think ADHD is actually a really cool thing. I don't think it's a disability. I don't think it's crazy or bad or makes you, weird. Um, I think it's great for people with ADHD to have all these interests and high priorities and high standards for themselves to keep on with those interests. But what can you do, right?
Yeah.
You can only do so many things at a time. You can only hold as much as you can grab. So um I guess right now I'm dealing with that by limiting my interests, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So every weekend I typically go to the arcade to blow off the steam from work. So I work a full-time IT job from home,
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. This is more of a cathartic speech here. This is how I deal with it. So if anyone's listening and they want to know how they deal with their ADHD and they work in a corporate environment, this is what I do. So Monday through Friday, I work. What is it? It's 40-hour weeks, right? It's like for the typical
Yes.
Yeah.
like standard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
even I don't know that. I just go in, clock in, do my stuff, shoot, 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 and I clock out. So by the time Friday rolls out, I go to the arcade, I decompress, and I play a lot of rhythm games. And that actually helps me calm down for the next day. So Saturday rolls around. I actually have a lot of, energy to clean the room sometimes, or brush my teeth and whatever. That's good. Um, Now, another thing is, let's talk about the bads of it though, and what can happen to people with ADHD that go untreated. I'm actually I didn't have the most treatment because one treatment is very expensive, and sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. But
Mhm.
here's what happens to people with ADHD when they don't get the help they need. So the unfortunate thing with ADHD is when you have 20 tabs and a lawnmower in your head that does not stop, you can actually develop symptoms of anxiety. You get like shaky. You're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh man, there's so much. There's not a lot of time. Oh, I only have 24 hours of sleep, and I work 8-hour days. And then, oh no, I'm off at 4:30. I only have 5 hours to do this thing I need to do, and then by 10 o'clock, I got to go to bed. Oh, there's only 6 hours in the day. Oh. And then this is where you just get the craziest anxiety ever. And
Yeah.
then when you're in such a frenzy with that, you can develop other issues like, um you kind of overthink, and then you kind of fall into your own delusions. But that's not really a trait. That's not really like an ADHD symptom. That's just something I personally experienced. Is I've also experienced delusions. um
That's an
Now,
anxiety thing, I think, because
anxiety,
I do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't currently, I do not take medication. I actually refuse it because the symptoms suck. Symptoms really blow.
What are the
Nauseous.
symptoms? Oh, no.
So yeah. So right
The
now,
side effect.
Yeah, so right now I take diazepam, but I normally don't. You can be really nauseous. You can have diarrhea, dizziness. Um, you sleep for too long, or it can actually make your anxiety worse. That's just
Yeah.
something I personally experienced. So I actually end up not taking it, maybe in emergency situations. And that's the really shitty thing about ADHD is when you go untreated, it can just turn into a really bad hurricane of all these other issues. Personally, I think the worst I felt, this actually happened about 3 months ago,
I
is I was
remember.
having, when I was so stressed with work, um, I moved into a new apartment. I'm unfamiliar with the noises around the apartment. I'll hear like a thud, but it's someone closing their car, and then I had the sensation that somebody was actually in my living room. So I used to always keep my door locked, and I still actually have it locked for the most part. And I've actually acknowledged that there's no there's if anyone's listening to this right now, if you've actually not seen anyone in the living room and there's no one in the living room, there's nobody in the living room. It's nothing to worry about. Just I think you need to uh it here's the thing. You actually need some people to tell you these things sometime. Um I don't know if anyone here's familiar with Andrew Corey. Uh I actually spoke with him on the matter. He's a buddy of mine. For context, he's just a guy I know, just buddy. So I know him since high school. I was telling him like, hey, I think these people, there's a guy in my living room. I get the sensation I don't hear or see them. He's like, well, have you actually seen them? Have you actually gotten like a phone call from them or anything? I'm like, well, no. And so I'm like, dang, I was worried about nothing. There's actually nobody there. And then I kind of just like laughed it off. But that's what can happen when you don't manage your stress, your time, and ADHD is it can turn into all this stuff. And sometimes you need to actually outreach to people, which is okay. And that brings me to my next point is I think you got to reach out to build a support group and reach out to maybe one or two people that you can really trust because that's helped me. And I've actually ironed out over time. Have you guys noticed there was a good time where I just disappeared off Discord?
Yeah.
Remember
I
that?
have noticed.
Yeah, I just kind of like
Yeah.
oh, gone. It's because I was like trying to handle that issue. So I would say uh, to deal with ADHD, I would say get a support group first. Um, and then just talk. If you're feeling anxious, I would talk to a friend, talk to mom, talk to dad, talk to sister or brother or
Yeah.
your best friend, and you can actually prevent the really shitty things that can happen after not treating the anxiety that comes from the ADHD.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
support group
oh shit.
topic for anxiety
Wait, hold up,
because
hold up, hold up. Could
yeah,
you back up? My internet is going like fucking crazy right now.
yeah, no
And I'm like
problem.
lagging out.
Where do you need me to go back?
Right before you were about to go into like kind of the next topic, you just finished the talking about the person in your living room thing.
Okay, so finding a support group, right?
Yeah, finding support group. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, just really important is find a support group. And I also forgot to mention one other thing. So that's actually good that you told me to go back. Um, find a hobby that isn't destructive. Find a hobby that doesn't financially cost you, a lot of money. Go for a walk. Maybe go to your nearby pond, look at fish. uh, Look at grass. I know that sounds really stupid, but go look at grass and look what's in it because you'll find a lot of cool bugs. Um,
Yeah.
and just enjoy these little things. I think it's really important to go outside and get off the computer for a bit, um, because you want to ground yourself back to reality. And I think going outside and going nearby a pond or
Barefooted.
going for a walk. Yeah,
Do it barefooted and literally just like when you grab the ground. It's grounding is such an important thing, and I learned that
yeah.
a lot. Like it's really good for you.
You're grabbing the earth, and the earth is grabbing you by your foot, and
Yeah.
it's really cool. Walk on grass barefoot. I don't know what else to say, but again, find a support group and then find a non-destructive hobby that you can fixate on that won't hurt you financially or mentally or will cause you any stress, like video games. I wouldn't. I For me personally, video games is probably not the one I want to use because people, we get frustrated with video games.
Yeah.
So it's good to take breaks off the computer. I would say go outside and talk to mom or dad. Now,
One thing
yeah,
before you continue on with the support group, I have this issue where I don't go to anybody about my situations, but a lot of people come to me about their situations, and I try to help them as much as I can. But I'm not the person to, and I go through like I go a lot. There's a lot of shit in my head that goes on 24/7. Like you could see me smiling, but I'm like dying inside, and it's hard for me to open up to somebody because it's almost like you're very vulnerable,
yes,
and it's like I don't have anybody like that. Yes, like I have Michael, but it's even like that. It's so hard because I don't want Michael to see me as like somebody who's down, or and it's just like that's like that. Like I want people to see me as always happy, always good, and it's
right,
just like
right.
I'd rather just keep it to myself and figure it out, which is I know is the very unhealthiest thing. And for the longest time, I wanted to get a therapist because I heard even though you might not have problems, it's good to talk to a professional.
Yes, I 100% support this because as I mentioned earlier, if you don't outright talk about your issues and learn to be vulnerable to other people, it can actually turn into you can actually end up making more problems for yourself because the mind is crazy.
Yeah,
It festers like a burger outside like in the hot sun. If you don't throw it away, if you don't throw problem issues, if you don't throw sorry if you don't throw that burger away, it's just gonna have maggots, and you're gonna have maggots in your mind. I think it's really important to actually be vulnerable with your friends, and to let your walls down. It's really hard to do that at first, and I understand, um, but it's definitely way better than holding it all in, and it's easier sometimes. Let me take that back. It can be easier for some people, but learning to adjust your behaviors and learning to also train your mind to actually outreach other people is going to be a good way for personal self-development and like on the way to good personal self-development, and you start to bond with more people, and you start to really take that shit off your chest because I know for a fact you feel that in your chest, your eyes, or in your neck. That's where I feel it. So I would assume that's where other people would feel it. Um, Now, talking to a therapist, I think that's super important. This since 2020, this everything's been fucking crazy. The mental health crisis. There is a mental health crisis here in
yeah.
America that needs to. I'm not sure if it's being addressed or not because I live under a rock. Um, So yeah, I don't really. Gosh, yeah, no, it's
It's not
crazy.
mentioned. It's
It's
not
not
like a big
mentioned a lot.
topic.
Yeah, it's not a big
Yeah,
topic
Like
because right
when it
now
comes
the biggest. Yeah, go ahead.
percentage is high.
when it comes to mental health, based on what you see mostly is from like celebrities or like social media stars, basically always like posting posts
Right.
about saying, "Hey, this is talking about mental health," but you don't see it too much on the news.
No.
You see it more from celebrities. You see it more from YouTubers. You see it more from streamers. You see it more out of them than hey on the news, hey, like on this day and age, we have a lot of people having mental health issue. They might cover that for like at least a second, but they don't go too much in depth with it. They just brush it off to the next more important news or more priority news, quote unquote, in a sense.
That's a good observation, and you are very right about that. With celebrities actually taking the spotlight for mental health crisis when it shouldn't be the magazines or Snapchat stories and Facebook news telling you who's having the latest breakdown. I think what should happen is just in a perfect world, well, in a in a perfect world in the sense where everyone has access to, good mental health care. I think there should be. Darn, I'm so sorry. I don't actually have a whole lot of like medical opinion or experience to actually give like the best opinion on it.
Yeah.
But I'll say what I desire. What I desire is an immediate program for mental health issues um, that's easily accessible for everybody because it's crazy here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you ever notice in Japan? No, whoa, we're not even going to talk about Japan. They actually have the highest suicide rate. Let me cut that. What I was going to mention about Japan is you ever notice how the first thing they do when they wake up, maybe this was popular in the 90s, but I know they still do this. There's a TV channel. I don't know what it is. I just noticed it's for like this. It may be Tai Chi, it may be Japanese yoga, but it's a Japanese block on TV where moms, dads, and the childrens, they all stretch in the morning, they eat their breakfast, and they go to school, and they have tons of energy. They're healthy as an ox over there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Also the food. And yes, let's also mention the food that's here in America, and I think that has a lot to do
That's
with that. That is, I think that is a pretty big problem here. Is fast food is so acceptable? All these high inflammatory foods. You
Yep.
can you can get a huge, what is it, 28 ounce? Like a how much is how big? If you've seen an Arizona can, you know how big they are, and you know how much sugar is in
yes.
it. It's a buck. That's
A
crazy.
dollar, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. And like I didn't know this, but sugar's in everything. My roommate told me once, go look in the pantry and pick out the garlic salt, right? You look in the ingredients, and one of the fucking ingredients is sugar. It's in everything. Sugar's in everything, man. Like it's sneaky. It's
One
sneaky.
one thing. Back to the numbers of increase since the pandemic.
Yeah.
It has increased. So research from the this is from the CDC. It says researchers found the amount of adults with recent symptoms of an anxiety or depressive disorder increased from 36.4 to 41.5%.
Damn.
I definitely would say I'm part of that 45%. Because during the not the height of the pandemic, I would say I think it was December 20. It was December 2020. Um, it was crazy, man. Yeah. I ended up like I went to a facility for a bit just to get my mind straight. It was self administered. I wasn't Baker acted or anything like that.
Yeah.
Um, but the people that were in there, like I noticed there was a large volume of people who were having these mental health crises. And what it is was that quarantine was crazy. Like no one could see their families and whatever. Grandpas can't see their grandkids. I saw a lot of like grandmas and grandpas in those facilities because they want to see their family, but their family won't let them come over because so and so. So I can see that adding to the fire for them, making them bummed out. Just yeah. Also, anxiety is just crazy, man.
Yeah.
How the mind. There's something I just can't comprehend is I know that anxiety is a survival trait. It's for detecting danger, and getting away from it or fighting it. um it's just we're no longer in the grasslands getting watching out for tigers and huge spiders that could kill the shit out of us. Well, we're not there anymore. So how did it get so bad now? How
Yeah.
did it get so bad
Genetics,
where
bro.
the
I
genetics
feel
is
It's
fucking
just
crazy.
genetics. Yeah.
it's
It's the
also
hormone.
I feel like it's also like what Dylan said, but it's like I feel it's there's more to it because in this day and age we have so
Yeah.
much information. There's so much
Yes.
information
Yes.
out there, and we read
Information
so much.
overload.
Yeah, and we read so much into it, and yeah, like you said, information overload, and we get so like paranoid, and
Go
we
outside. Remember? Go
yeah, go
outside.
outside,
Take fucking breaks because that shit'll happen to you. You'll
and
get
then we
fucking
start
crazy.
thinking, yeah, and then we
Go
start
fucking
thinking about
outside.
it.
Look at the
Besides milk.
grass.
Look at the grass.
You know,
Look at the grass.
I might actually have another reason. So, it might also be because we're, um, I guess, quote unquote, like evolved to where we don't have to hunt for food
We're
or
super
anything.
monkeys.
So we're like kind of spoiled. So fucking our anxiety fucking pops off because we don't have that life and death experience where
Yes,
we
and
actually need to use it. So it just pops off out of everything.
Yeah.
so because that's actually really awesome that you say that. Because we are no longer, yeah, any little inconvenience or minor thing now these days for the major, I wouldn't say the majority, but I'd say for most people, um like us, because we're all, most of us are IT and shit, we don't go outside. Anyways,
Outside these days.
any, anyways, yeah, it's just like, and then I think, yeah, we are spoiled because uh any minor barricade or blockage down the road, we will like a fucking flower, and we don't know how to cope with that. So how do we cope with it? How do we stop being as anxious as we are today in these days of
Yeah.
time? We're not like worried about super crazy dictatorships. Realistically speaking, we
Yeah.
I don't get shot out. I don't walk outside my house and get shot for wearing green shoes, um, or sandals. So it's just what the fuck is going on, you know? But I think I would say, Michael has a good point. I think we have way too much information, and
Yeah.
sometimes I sit in my chair and I've actually had this thought. I'm like, damn, it feels fucking awesome to be stupid. It feels you have no care in the world, nothing to worry about. You just wake up, you go to work, and you don't think about anything outside. Whatever, I don't know, but I think
One
it's.
thing about, and sorry to cut you off, like
No, you're
one
good.
thing that actually has been helping me with anxiety, it first, like what I was realizing a lot that was giving me anxiety was I was waking up around 2 to 3 p.m. And one thing that happened, it was like I had a whole week of like I was waking up at like 4, 5 in the morning
Right.
naturally. And the first 5 to 6 hours of the morning, it would just be me by myself. And it would just be, I'll be listening to podcasts, I'll be listening to anything. And I'll just take that moment, I'll do breakfast, but I'll take that time for myself. So like waking up early helped me a little bit, and just taking that time to myself definitely improved so much, where it minimized the anxieties that I would have, because
Right.
I would have crazy anxiety throughout the day, and it's because I was just waking up late as fuck for
Do
no
you want to?
reason.
Right. Is it because you like stayed up, and busted the sleep schedule?
So I have trouble sleeping. I like I would sleep around probably 3 or 4 hours, and I just can't sleep at
Yeah.
all.
I'm no medical professional. I'm not gonna say it's insomnia, or maybe it's the diet, because again, remember how I mentioned how the foods in America are fucking
Yeah.
insane. I want to say a lot to blame for the restlessness, unable to go to sleep. Oh, my back hurts when I go to bed. Oh, my gut, I feel farty. Well, I can't get in that right position. Because I want to say it's because, what do you eat? What's your diet like?
Yeah,
If you don't mind me asking.
I've been eating like shit, and
Yeah,
it's just like, and I've gained a lot of weight, so a lot of the anxiety does come a lot from just me gaining a lot of weight,
it
and
can come from the food too.
yeah, so I've like today I just ate like steak and potatoes, and that's it, and just something simple to get out
Yeah,
the way, and I'm just watching what I'm eating now, and I'm just exercising now because I don't want to be in the position I am now because I want to lose weight.
yeah. That's great. Road to personal self development. Um, yeah. I The reason why you're probably feeling anxious is because it's actually really important for us to have vitamin D, which comes from the sun. Um, and I think, like, have you been outside? Have you gotten the sun? Maybe sunbathe for a bit.
Yeah. So yeah, like even the other day, like I was like, "Yo, Michael, let's go." Even to Dunkin' Donuts to even go, just to get sun or anything like that.
It's
And we
hard.
went
Yeah,
out and we spent out for like 4 or 5 hours out, just getting the sun and just hitting it.
yeah,
It actually feels really good. It feels
yeah,
really good when the sun is just you're
Yeah.
just not even
dude.
looking straight to the sun, but just hitting your face.
That's how I want to say. I love. First of all, I love the sun, and I'm a big fan. Second of all, I think so remember how earlier this August or late last month I got bit by the COVID.
Yeah,
I spent 20 minutes outside without a shirt and let the sun hit me, and would feel like I would feel charged. It's really weird.
yeah.
And then I would just go back inside, take my vitamins, and then yeah, I think the worst of it was just the muscle cramps. But again, let's reel back to the point, to the part where you mentioned it's like, yeah, let's go out, let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. It's so hard to, it's fucking everywhere. It's hard to avoid the 2 for $5 fucking bacon croissant. How the fuck do
Yep.
you? It's everywhere.
Make it
Food
so
is
cheap,
cheap.
bro.
It's so refined. Sugar is in everything. It's
Taco
hard.
Bell.
Yo,
Bro, and
taco.
organic food is fucking expensive, and it's really hard to grow it, to be honest. Because
Yeah.
like, have you tried growing a fucking vegetable indoor? You turn your
I know.
seed the wrong
I
way, and it kills your fucking plant.
Yeah. It's just didn't get
Anyways,
enough sun this day, and then that's it. The
oh
shadow hits
no,
it. Just.
oh no, the shadow hit me. Oh no, the humidity is too high in here, or it's too
Yeah.
low. Fucking dies. But yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
it's
thing. It's
crazy.
expensive.
Yeah, I honestly, now talking about it more is that damn sugars and everything, man. It's making everybody damn
Yeah, man.
scared, intense. I don't know.
And it makes it
It
addicting without you even noticing, because sometimes your body craves it, and it's
You don't
like
even
you're
know it.
confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I'll be in my bed. I'm like, I want some Starbursts.
You see, like for me, it's like candy. We just been
Yeah.
taught as a kid. Like when you went to the doctors, after your visit, your doctor gives you like a lollipop.
What the
My
fuck are you gonna say? You're not gonna say no. You're
no,
not gonna
no,
say no.
no,
You're gonna
no.
say thanks, doc.
Damn right. We're
Thanks,
damn
doc.
right.
I
We
was a
didn't
good
say
kid,
no.
and I fucking know it.
My mom told the doctor, and he put it on. You know how they have like a whole stack of all of our documents and stuff like that. And the
Yes.
first thing he opens it up to is no candy for Andy, and they thought it was a nickname because Andy Candy or some shit like that. But no, it was no candy, and like we didn't get any candy, and we just got
Bro.
used to it. For
And then you
Halloween,
you
we
probably
didn't
got mad as
go.
fuck.
Like to be honest, I don't crave candy. Like I crave sugar, and it's probably because like diabetes runs in my family, and like I sometimes it like craves like I crave like a chocolate cookie or some shit like that.
Oh
The
man,
way
are
the
you?
way you
And
just
Yeah,
said
and
it,
I've
it's.
tested.
bro. The way you just said it,
Listen,
diabetes runs in
They
my family, and it just goes
bro.
well,
straight
they
up
don't do much
running.
running. They don't do
No,
much
yeah, I
running,
was
but
gonna say your family doesn't fucking run. You fucking liar. Nah, I'm kidding.
but none
But
of
yeah,
that's
no,
funny. Yeah.
diabetes. It's crazy. I actually I don't remember who I was speaking to this dude, but did you know it? Let me grab the statistic again. This fucking blew my mind because I don't know why I'm so hooked on the topic of sugar so much, but it goes back to anxiety. It makes you fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It really does, and it's such a
It's
high
scary, bro.
inflammatory thing to eat. Like
I've
Dylan,
tested
you
positive
like
before for diabetes, but it
really
was fault.
was
Yeah, I
was
so
it pre-diabetic?
I went
I don't
and
know
I
shit about
got
diabetes.
I got blood taken out. I got like to test my blood and stuff like that, and apparently I had like it was just super high, and they thought I had diabetes and stuff like that. So we took it again, and when we took it again, it was normal.
Right,
But it scared the shit out like my mom, like where even if I say it was like, damn, I'm like craving like some sugary, like sugar or anything like that, my mom gets freaked out because she doesn't want me to have it.
right.
It's scary, yeah.
Listen to this, dude. Fucking 3 million cases per year in the U.S. 34.2 million Americans. That's 1 in 10 fucking people have diabetes. Either I'm not sure if it's type 1 or type 2. It didn't say exactly. The fact of the
Just
matter is
diabetes in general.
diabetes.
That shit's insane.
and
Bro.
it's crazy. Anyways, I love the Three Musketeers chocolate bar. That's my favorite candy. What's your favorite
Bro,
candy?
I love
have you
nougat.
have you
Love that
seen
nugget.
yeah. Have you seen those like TikTok videos or any video, literally small videos about like, oh, how to make this recipe, and then you see like the
Oh.
American style, put so much sugary shit in it. I'm like,
Dude,
bro,
have you seen how they made a fucking cheesecake? Do you know how much sugar's in a
Oh
fucking
my god,
cheesecake?
yeah.
It's insane. And it's like it's what I don't remember if they make it with confectioner sugar or not. The fact of the matter is, dude, one slice you might as well eat I don't even know what to compare it to. It's
Dude,
because
you
my
know,
brain can't even
not.
hold on to it.
I'm glad we're on the topic of candy and stuff like or sugary stuff. What was one candy you did not eat from your Halloween bag?
Bro,
Good
the
question.
Whoppers. Fuck
I didn't
those.
like those.
Fuck those,
Whoppers?
bro.
Oh, my fucking
Dude,
dad
Why?
loves
That
Whoppers.
shit. That
That's a
shit.
I like
boomer
Why?
candy.
That shit sounded personal, bro. You could tell.
Yeah.
Yo, this man
You
came
were
out of
you were
nowhere.
waiting. Yeah, you were waiting to say, yeah, I fucking hate
Years,
Whoppers.
bro.
What was the triangle ones? The candy corn or whatever?
Candy corn.
yeah,
Candy
Yeah,
corn.
candy
Candy
corn.
corn is
I did
nasty.
not like them.
I
they
love
Those are
they're
it.
good.
decent.
I
They're decent.
all right.
Nah.
I
bro,
think
that's
people who
just
say
nasty.
I thought.
listen. I th- I think candy corn's actually awesome. I
Bro,
think
back in the day,
You're weird, bro.
it's a mellow taste.
You're weird.
It's listen,
This
it's
guy's-
if you ever wanted to eat a candlestick, now you can eat some candy corn without worrying about eating a candy stick and looking weird in front of your mom. All right.
Hey man, I liked it.
I don't
Bro,
know.
I
Maybe I
thought
just like
Yeah.
candlesticks.
when you said triangle thing, I thought you were gonna say the Toblerone.
Toblerone.
Bro, I was
Yo,
like, you have
oh
a
my-
bougie neighborhood, bro.
I was gonna say,
I was
yeah.
like, damn.
Those are expensive.
Yeah.
Have you seen how much a Toblerone costs in American money?
How much?
Like, oh man,
No fucking candy should cost over $1.
are they like $6 like for one?
No, I think it
Whoa.
was like
Whoa.
280.
280? I thought.
What was the
I'm thinking. I
other
might
I
be
could
thinking
be
like
wrong.
a giant one.
I could be wrong.
I never had this.
I don't know. To be honest,
They're
my
good.
favorite candy is probably Reese's Cups because I love peanut butter. I love chocolate.
Bro, I love the Ferrero chocolate.
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero-
Those are good.
Ferrero.
Ooh,
They
yo,
are
those are
so
really
Didn't
good.
they shut down though?
No,
No.
no,
Or is
no.
that,
There's
or
no
is that
way,
Luchelle?
bro.
Or is that
No,
the other
shut.
one? The other one.
Bro,
that
they
does, like,
make
the little
Nutella,
balls?
bro. That is
Uh,
You know what I'm
that is
talking
the
about?
one that make the balls.
no.
No,
I'm not
no.
sure
Did
what
it
There's
shut
another
down?
one. There's another one that makes like the shitty ones with the balls.
the shitty ones with the balls.
Yeah.
Is
Well, I
it,
don't
is
care
it,
about the
is
shitty
it called,
ones.
balls.
Shitty
is it called,
chocolate
is it
balls,
called
bro.
truffles?
Shitty
No,
balls.
it's like it starts with an L.
Linda?
Lindo.
Lindell?
Yeah. That
Lindo.
one. I think
No.
that one.
Lindo.
I think that
I
one.
love.
Yo,
No.
that
They
shit-
they still exist.
They
do.
I know that because I literally
Someone told me.
bought some the other day.
Bro,
I don't have
when I
any
used
more
to
though.
No,
When
well,
I-
they might still have it, but
So
when I used to work
I
at
didn't like those.
don't tell me that. That's the worst news I've heard since finding out that the composer for the music for RuneScape.
oh
Since
my
can we talk? Can we? I know we
Yeah.
talk about. Can we talk? Just let me squeeze this in. That's more disappointing, or not more disappointing. That's just as disappointing and day ruining is finding out that the composer for the music for RuneScape is a pedo. Unfortunately, damn, that ruined my day. Don't tell me that the chocolate's gone, man.
well, okay, I can't confirm it like 100%, but like
Lindor.
someone, I think like my mom told me that, and I was like, what? Damn. I was like kind of happy though because I don't like their chocolate.
bro, literally when I used to work at DD Syscon, but Semeron, but cut that one out. I'm sorry, I said the street name. Just cut that part out. When I used to
Wait,
work
what'd
at I said Semeron. I didn't want to say the name of where we used to live.
I mean,
Or where we I don't really
it's
care.
where you used to
Whatever,
live. It
Just
doesn't
bleep
matter.
it out. Literally, you can just bleep it out.
Well,
We
yeah,
don't even live
but
in
I mean, if
Semeron.
you
Not
don't live
Semeron,
there,
but like
then it's
not
fine.
live there, but I just
Okay,
okay.
let's just cut it and say DD's.
Okay. All right.
PPs.
And so I used to work at Adidas, and literally the front of the store where the people are cashing out, that shit is full with Lindor. Everything, every flavor, the red, blue ones, everything. I was like, what the fuck? That shit was filled
Yeah.
with candy, bro. And then I remember like when we had to like stack everything, it was just full sugar stuff, like candies all over. So you see like little kids walking with their parents, like, can I have that? Can I have that? And it's just sugar,
No.
shit, bro.
Bro, I
Jesus.
don't get how people like that. Like it's like soft, like if it's like melted like chocolate on
It
top. Like the hard chocolate is like melted like soft chocolate, and
and
then
then
it's
it
just like
goes hard,
fucking
right?
chocolate water like in the middle. It's like
Ew.
it's so disgusting to
Yeah.
me.
I
Like
don't
the
know why, but
textures.
you said chocolate water, and I don't know why, but I'm associating hot dog water,
Hot
and I'm
It's
thinking of that.
accurate.
water.
It's
I'm
pretty
thinking
much
that
the same
What
thing, dude.
the
I'm thinking of that Limp
Ugh,
Bizkit song.
stop.
what
Oh yeah, that
the
Ladies
song.
and gentlemen, introducing the chocolate starfish. Listen, I love Fred Durst. I'll rep Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit anytime. Anyways, Chris, remember how we were just talking about how sugar's the worst thing in America, and now we're just talking about my favorite candy is some Wonder Sweets,
Yeah,
some
remember how
Toblerone.
you said, "Yeah, Three Musketeers is my favorite."
Yeah, I think so.
Right after.
Well, I like
Yeah,
Milky Way more because it has the caramel.
yeah.
Bruh.
Anyways,
bad,
so
bro?
what's up with anime now these days? Now
Bro,
I just realized I probably just crucified myself because I'm
JoJo.
a fucking boomer when it comes to that anime. All
Dude,
right,
How
I'm
doing,
so
I'm
fellow
kind of with
kids?
you in the
hello,
same
fellow teen.
area.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Like for
So
me, Jojo, he's been like Chris has been trying to make me watch JoJo. Like he says, get past part one. I've been
he,
in part one for almost 2 months now.
it's almost like it's almost like he's threatening you to watch it sometimes.
Dude,
Yeah.
all the
Because I'm
TikToks
sick
that he
of being
sent
the
me,
only one who's watched all of it, bro.
bro, he sends me
Okay.
TikToks non JoJo watchers, and it's something random as fuck. And I'm just like, what?
I want to
What
pull
the
something
fuck?
up, but I don't want it to get copyrighted. But
yeah,
yeah, no. I'll
the
get
part
listen. And on my part, I'll say I really want to talk about animation quality and how much it's changed.
We were talking about
Yeah,
this the other podcast.
r-
yeah,
really,
yeah.
yeah.
have
It's
you talked
crazy.
about cell animation and all
Do
that?
you not watch our podcast? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Exposed.
Yeah.
um,
Uh,
oh, guys, my internet's bad. I gotta go. I don't know. My girlfriend's calling me. She's hungry. I'm sorry. Be right back.
That's
No,
funny.
uh, I don't know. I just want to mention I really miss cell animation. I understand it's super expensive and it takes forever to fucking make it, but
Yo,
I
what
miss
example do you have
Yeah.
of?
I have the best example. Have you ever been a child
No.
in the early 2000s and you fell asleep while Toonami was on and you woke up to the ending intro of I think season 2 of Inuyasha.
yeah.
'Cause
Yes, sir.
I don't
Okay,
know the
I'm glad.
lyrics, but
Actually, someone said
No,
it.
weird.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I know that.
that's cell animation and it is so warm.
Actually, really
It's
good. I
so
like that.
comforting. I miss cell animation. I know it's expensive and it takes so much fucking
Why
time
is it?
because they cell animation.
Yeah, it's just because
So
everything's just drawn.
all right. So cell animation is I'm trying to see if I can get an example here, but basically, they're the thin plastic sheets of like they're just clear plastic sheets that they can paint on, and what they do is they draw the background, right? And then they put in another cell over that cell, and then
Oh, okay.
they animate each bit and they switch out sometimes they'll just recycle when they're
Oh,
talking they'll do this or I don't know. Cell animation had soul and I miss it. I miss how warm and I would say it's almost nostalgic without knowing what the nostalgia really is. It's nostalgia inducing without knowing how it feels familiar and it's warm and I miss it. I miss cell animation because
yeah.
now when you watch new anime this day, which I'm not saying is bad, I think animation has gotten really good actually.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what it is. It's flat. Does that make sense? For example, I have not watched My Hero or anything like that. I don't think I will, but I've seen some scenes from it, and seeing that it's not cell animation, it's just flat. And does that make sense? You can see that nothing is layered over anything. It doesn't feel creamy.
Boomer.
Maybe I'm a boomer. Maybe I'm a boomer.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that?
Um,
Anyone?
I
Boomer.
mean, like, I mean,
Boomer.
like what we were talking about in like the other episode, we were more talking about like the fights, and with like how, for example, the example they gave was Wano of One Piece. If you've ever seen that, I haven't, but I've seen the fights.
Sorry, I haven't
Uh,
watched episode 800 yet.
okay,
I'm not there.
but have you seen the have you seen
Dragon Ball
like
Super.
oh
Broly.
yeah, have you seen Broly?
I can't say I'm too familiar.
Okay, what about
Okay.
Naruto? Like Naruto, like the Boruto fight where it's Momoshiki and Naruto and Sasuke. Have you seen that?
Naruto and Sasuke fight. Yeah, I've seen that, and I've also
No, no,
seen.
not just Naruto and Sasuke. The one with Momoshiki in it.
No,
It's
I
in Boruto.
haven't.
They're like in
Okay,
a
well,
moon kind of
well.
planet.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So the type of animation style they use is like super simplistic, and it makes it. I can send you a video later. It makes it like the motion just look so good because they don't have to work on like every single fucking frame, so it doesn't look like a slideshow. Um, but I definitely like suggest like checking that type of animation out because like it changes everything, bro. It makes it look so good, and you get like goosebumps
Really
watching it.
good. The
Yeah,
fights are amazing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'd have to
Like
check that
Broly,
out.
the movie Broly was amazing. I loved it.
yeah. The final fight I
Naruto,
saw.
like that, the movie with the fight, like that fight
Not
scene.
even the movie. The one in the series. The one in the
See,
actually
the
series is way
series is
better.
much better. I
Way
heard it
better.
was a lot better. I haven't seen it.
Watch
Bro,
I've
it.
you
seen
know,
clips
I'll
of
send
it.
it to you. I'll send it to you.
you know there
I've
are
seen people
people
react. Yeah.
that like Dragon Ball Super animation more than the Super Broly animation.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
like
like the regular?
like regular Dragon Ball Super,
Yeah.
like they like that animation more than the one in Broly, in Super Broly.
Oh, I see what it's.
Like the art
I
style.
I kind of get it. Yeah.
Why?
Y- I don't know because their muscles have
Because they're
fucking
Is there a
shadows.
way?
You like guys with muscles.
It's
Mm,
like they want like shiny shady muscles like for some
yeah.
reason. Like it's like
Dylan, can you put a picture of both of them on the screen
of
What?
what?
during the editing
Oh, okay,
of
yeah,
Super and Broly?
yeah. Because I can't really do anything right now because I have the presentation on one screen and Discord
No,
on the
no, no.
other.
Later,
We're
yeah,
talking
later
about
on.
yeah.
And then you're saying Chris, like, just which one was the muscular one? Was it Broly
the
or
regular, the
The
regular.
Regularly
super.
super.
Yeah,
Super.
and then Dragon Ball Super Broly is where like the art style changed to like the
Mhm.
Wano style, where it's like very simple. He looks
Mm.
like if you look at Goku, he looks almost younger because
Yeah.
it looks so simple. But I don't know. I
I'm
like
get
it more
I'm getting goosebumps
because
thinking
it
about that
looks
fight.
yeah,
Honestly.
because
Yeah.
it looks retro, but uh it looks new and retro at the same time.
I love that shit.
Bro, can we say something like back in the day? Every time we talk about toy animation, I thought toy animation was like kind of not as good at animating compared to the other new studios like Studio Bones, like Period, like all these other studios. But like when One Piece and Broly started come out, like One Piece Wano arc started to come out, and then the Broly movie come out, bro, their animation went from like it's fine when skyrocketing to the one of the best animation I have ever seen. One Piece, there has been like 4 or 5 One Piece episode on one arc where you think this is a fucking movie, bro. You're watching an anime movie where it's just so like, how the fuck are you making animation quality movies like this, bro, in an episode?
There's shit like that that goes beyond calling it an anime, and it's like more than art. It's soul. Which I want to get to my next question here for you all. um Anime movies or whatever. What was well, let's start with Andy here. Andy, do you have any anime movies that made you go, holy shit, this shouldn't even be called anime, this is actually a masterpiece, this goes beyond like
Oh,
animation, this transcends animation?
dude, you're
Yeah, you ever,
asking the wrong person because I do not like see. I've had, and I don't know if that's gone through my head, but one where I've had movies where it was like, what the fuck? It was the first My Hero Academia movie. and like I felt like that one, like with the fighting scene, made me feel like, what the fuck, that's actually badass. But I've never had it be like, oh, this isn't like more than an anime.
Yeah, no worries.
And I was about to say, Dylan, say it. Just Dylan, just say it.
Dylan, say it.
Movie
What
Say it.
train.
sounds like you got something on your mind?
No, I
Uh,
mean, I wasn't even gonna say that. Does it have to
uh,
be a movie? Like,
Doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a movie. But it could be It could be, I guess, a scene, or it could be like an anime,
cause
just an anime
Yeah,
okay,
it's like
in general, or it could just
no,
be like
not
a
even.
series.
Demon
Yeah,
Slayer was great, but so specifically the fight I was talking about, because the Naruto Momoshiki and Sasuke fight, because that was the first time I've seen animation like that, and I think it was one of the first times they've used animation like that. Honestly, unless One Piece did it first. Did One Piece do it first? Do you know?
I don't think so. If my
Maybe Dragon Ball did it
Oh,
first.
maybe Dragon Ball. Okay, well, it was the first time I had ever seen it, so it impacted me like so hard. I was like, "Holy shit, this is the best fight scene I've ever seen in my life." And like I would tell, if someone like this literally happened. I was teching at band camp, and if someone literally mentioned anime, I'd be like, "Yo, did you see that Naruto Momoshiki and Sasuke fight? That's like literally the best fight ever. If you haven't seen it, and if anyone said it wasn't the best fight they'd ever seen, I would fight them. Like, I'm not even joking.
yeah,
Like, it was insane. So that one was one I was just like blown away. I was like, I've never seen animation like this. This is actually insane. It looks so good.
Ma-
what about you,
bro,
Mike?
bro. When it comes to, like when you say anime movies, one that like transcended like from anime, one that really hits me in the spot, it's A Silent Voice. A
Silent
Silent
Voice. I
Voice, yeah.
think I'm familiar
That
with that one.
Heard of it?
that was fucking crazy, dude. It's not like fighting it. It's not a fighting anime. It's like literally the guy makes fun of the premise is that the guy makes fun of
Oh yes, I'm familiar. I'm
I've
familiar with
heard
this.
about that one. I've heard
the
about
guy
Yes.
that
makes
one.
fun of a deaf girl, and she makes fun of her the whole entire school year. And then literally, like when he grows up, he starts regretting everything. So he tries to commit suicide, but failed. And then his mom found out. Mom got really fucking pissed, so he has to work all over again. And then later on in life, he meets the same girl again, but he's trying to redeem himself. But he has so much problem because all the shit that he has done, he feels so much regret. He feels so much depression, and it's just like he's trying to deal with everything. And you like, is this fucking anime? Like this is
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
this
That
is
sounds
day to
like
life shit happens.
that sounds like a really good A B plot, and yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll have to. Is it a movie or is
It's
it
a
a?
movie. It's a movie.
I'll give it a shot because I've watched bittersweet shit like that. I think if I can remember, because I don't want to piss anyone off and get the name wrong.
Wait, did I
Um,
misunderstand the question? I thought we were talking about animation specifically.
animation just anime
Understood.
movies.
Oh, okay.
So you're good. Um, Chris, what about you, man?
Mm, I don't know. I've only watched like the big like shonen ones, I guess.
I
So like
fucking love shonen.
Dragon Ball movie, Naruto movies, My Hero movies. Like those are the only or the anime movies that I've seen.
Yeah. So
But I mean, I guess like the newest Dragon Ball movie, uh, Broly, the fighting is just, to me, that is the way that Dragon Ball should be done. And I honestly just, if it's not in that style, I'm gonna be upset, honestly.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
for a funny thing about that, I saw Broly in the movies. Like it was late. Like we got out of there like 1 or 2 in the morning. That movie was so hyped. Like I was so hyped. Me and my cousin literally went home, changed, and went to the gym, and literally just listened to the playlist of the movie. And we
damn.
literally had a great
Like
workout. We
the
got out of
soundtrack.
there like at 4. Yeah, we literally got
This
out of there like 4 or 5 in the morning.
There's
Damn.
something about listening to the right anime original soundtracks and compositions that make your fucking testosterone spike and make you want to
Dude,
fucking
Instinct.
kill
I got a
shit.
list of it too,
I've been
bro.
there. I've been there.
Attack on Titan,
Um
good one.
yeah, I would say I I I have not finished Attack on Titan,
And this is
but
where we
but
end the episode, guys.
let me tell you something. I probably won't watch it. Secondly,
Bro, this man hasn't
anyways,
watched Attack on Titan. He hasn't watched Demon Slayer. He hasn't watched JoJo. He hasn't watched Naruto. He hasn't watched. This man only watches boomer anime, bro.
Boomer
listen,
anime.
because it's fucking it. I would say the stuff that I watch transcends animation and has soul. I'm not saying the other stuff doesn't have it. I think all the other stuff is I can appreciate what it is and the following that it has.
Demon
Boomer
Slayer, I
weeb.
think
Have
you
to
would
get
like.
around to it. But I gotta say, my favorite anime movie of all time was probably Redline because it was a modern day anime that was drawn with cell animation, and second to
Boomer
that,
shit.
no, that it came out here. It was great, dude. The story is just it's a very simple AV plot. It's a romance racing story. It's cool. It's fucking cool.
Looks
And
like
then
JoJo animation, to be honest.
might be the same. I'm not sure if it's the same
Looking at
department.
the
That movie actually almost that movie almost bankrupted the
looks like
production. That
JoJo, to be honest, bro.
yeah,
Just let me know.
I would say give it a watch. I would
A
say
little bit.
I would tell everybody to watch Redline if they could. It's a fantastic movie. But my second one is I love Ghost in the Shell, the 1995 movie. That shit was, I mean, that shit was incredible. That was awesome. I don't know what to say about it other than, without ruining it. It's just I would say watch it uh if you like, I guess, really good backgrounds and story building. I'm not sure. I just like it. It's cool. I've watched it like 2 times.
It
That's all
might
I
be
gotta
the
say.
same studio.
Okay, I actually want to kind of change my answer. Like, I still,
Yeah.
this one's not better, but it's
The whole
actually a
crew.
movie.
Yeah.
Akira.
Oh my god.
Akira
think
was
That was I was
insane.
getting there. I was fucking getting there.
Akira was insane, bro. Story,
Fucking
animation, everything,
oh.
insane.
Oh, dude, I did you know my first time watching Akira was in a movie theater and it was just me and my fucking girlfriend and nobody, and it was in fucking, it was like, dude, I didn't have time to look at literally I was trying to look at every single frame
Yeah.
and the music, I even got tight, like, and you guys know what parts I got tight at. And for anyone listening to who's seen Akira, but I've been on the edge of my fucking my movie theater chair. I'll be like uncomfortable. I'll be sitting there like, oh,
Bro, I had
it
like,
feels like I'm in there. It feels like I'm in the
yeah,
fucking world. And
yeah.
that's the really cool thing about Akira is it really just it sucks you into this
Mhm.
devastated, politically fucked world, but it goes beyond politics. It's just that's just the
So
background.
good.
That's just what's happening in the background. There's just way more to it, and then it just makes you go, huh? I
Yeah.
wonder if I wonder what I'd be like if I had the abilities.
Mhm. It,
What would you do?
well before we talk about that, I just want to say like it's hilarious that you said that about like being alone in the movie theater. I literally had the exact opposite experience where uh, it was an overnight bus trip to Skills USA.
Oh no.
I was watching off of you. Do you guys remember Adrian from school?
Yeah,
You
I
remember
remember
Adrian?
Yeah.
him. I
I was
remember him.
watching off of his phone, and we were using like tiny earbuds that had barely any sound. So I was like
No.
completely like unimmersed, but it was still amazing.
It was still, can
Like
you
it was still
imagine?
so good.
That was the power of that movie, Akira. I redact my statement. Well no, they're my top threes. So I don't think one is, well, Akira is the best one, of course. But yeah, if you were on the bus and you were watching and you were that like, oh
Crowded
my
as
fucking
fuck.
god, and you were that entranced, just you would have, your fucking nuts would have exploded if you were in theaters like watching it, because you could see like every single like drool, blood, crack in the wall, car, nuts and bolts, fucking weathered material. I don't understand it. The amount of time, and I gotta say I have a lot of love for Akira. Um,
Same here.
it's just I would say if you love anime, and you kind of want to dip your toes, or you want to go back in time and experience what animation was like in the 80s, dude, fucking watch Akira, dog. It's I don't know what to tell you. It's good. But enough about Akira. Let's talk about a really cool topic now. I just thought about this just now. Um so who's your favorite anime character, right? And what abilities would you want that they have?
Bro,
Itachi.
you know, this man is a boomer anime watcher, and this man doesn't watch JoJo, bro. When JoJo is like literally
Listen,
from the 80s.
listen. I'm getting to it. See what I mean? He's got a gun to me right now.
Dude, he does it to me, man. I'm not surprised if he doesn't send you the TikToks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
For me, it's Itachi. I love everything. I love the story that they gave him, and just like there's so much behind the scenes shit that you find out throughout the anime that about him, and that he was actually the greatest fucking guy ever, and he was the strongest, but never showed his potential.
Wow, spoilers.
So what?
Wow.
Bruh,
Spoiler.
You've never
Characters.
seen
Spoiler.
Naruto?
Yeah, I have.
That,
No, but
I would say.
Alex
I would
hasn't.
say. I won't
Oh.
remember this. Trust me. I won't fucking remember
Bruh.
this.
See, I told you,
I
he
will not
hasn't
remember
watched
this. That's the
Naruto.
best thing.
He hasn't
Hey,
watched Demon Slayer. He hasn't watched My Hero. He hasn't watched
What?
JoJo. He
Not-
hasn't
not
watched.
even- bro. Even girls that have never seen
that's
anime,
Zoomer
they've
shit.
they've seen Naruto, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He only watches boomer stuff.
I'm an old man. Okay. Look at my fucking. Yeah, there you go. That's all you need to see.
But okay, before we get
Well,
ahead of ourselves, you guys want to
Harris, what
still
do you want?
talk about anime characters? Or
well,
how
I-
how
we
I
only
think. I
have.
think.
By the way, we're at 116 right now.
116?
Yeah.
Okay. If we could hop into the game, or we could talk more about the characters.
I'm okay
Is
with
that
whatever.
something you guys are down?
Up to y'all guys.
I don't want to make the podcast longer than it is, and I feel like the game would just be a good timing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess
anyone-
finish the anime thing, and then
Yeah.
start the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really quick.
So,
for me would be Lelouch from Code Geass.
oh, that's a good one.
You know what? I'm actually
That's a
happy you
fucking good
watched.
one.
I'm actually happy you watched Code Geass.
For me, it would be
That's a
Lelouch
fucking-
from Code Geass.
Damn, I kind
You
of
know-
want to steal that answer.
You know why? I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know what I mean. It. There's nothing more I can say about that. But Lelouch,
You horny
Great.
bastard.
one of the best fucking main characters in anime. One of, not the best.
He's so
but one
smart. He's so smart.
of. Crazy.
For me, I have kind of a not controversial, but I don't think a lot of people like this character. But for me, it's actually Obito. And
That's interesting.
yeah, I can tell by your guys' faces, yeah, especially Andy. And he was like,
Why?
Well, why do you like Itachi? He's the blandest character in the world.
I said it. I
Oh,
said
bro, I
it.
started a fucking geek
Anyways.
fight.
Anyways, we can talk about that later. Anyways, but like just throughout the he has like a really understandable like reason that he's like
Relatable.
He simped over. He started a war by simping over a girl. That's the end of the story. That's all he did. He
Wow,
slight-
spoilers. Wow.
Kakashi killed her,
started a
bro.
war.
Kakashi killed her.
And you know why? You know why? all
Yeah,
that
you know why, but he didn't.
Because he simped. That's all.
That's not, bro. He killed his. Okay, even if he didn't simp, that's his friend. Bada bing, bada boom. He's still pissed. Like that's a reasonable
So
answer.
that's the only
And
reason.
no.
why,
Also, like what he did for Kakashi, like he gave like even though he was like about to die, he gave him his fucking shotgun gun. I thought that was cool. And then his ability is really cool. And then just how he masterminded fucking everything. Like he's like literally the Palpatine of fucking Naruto. Like
Oh, wasn't that Madara? Oh, at the end.
No, it's Black
No.
Zetsu. That's a Palpatine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I just
He's
I
the
just
other
wanna-
Palpatine though.
Be on the
He's the outlier one. If there's two, he's one of them. But
What about you,
yeah, he's my favorite.
Chris? What about you, man? Jojo.
Fucking Joseph Joestar, bro.
Yeah.
Joseph Joestar.
Now
Joseph
for
Joestar. Because I don't know, just because I
He's
guess
fair.
relatable. Being fucking big brained and stupid as fuck at the same time. Like,
just a big little idiot, huh?
yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take another
I need to
monster.
change my answer to guts actually.
Oh my god!
God.
Every answer,
I'm
every
so-
answer
Everyone,
given.
I'm so
everyone, I think
indecisive.
no,
I'm
you're
so
You
cool
were
because
about to find me
don't
protecting
before you
Obito. You're gonna
please
keep that answer.
don't talk about Berserk yet. I'm only on fucking
Okay,
episodes.
I'll just
Yeah,
say guts. I'll just say guts because he's
I
relatable
I
as
was
fuck.
gonna yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I wish I had the unstoppableness. I don't know what the word for it, but the prowess of that Guts has to overcome literally every little, not little. I think these would be big issues. But most importantly, I just want to pilot a Gundam, specifically the Musha Gundam. That's all. I just want to fly a fucking robot. I just want to be in a big mobile Gundam suit or something. I don't fucking know. Like Gundams are cool. That's all I gotta say. I don't really.
I
It's not a
dislike it.
superpower. It's not a superpower. But you guys would fucking drop your fucking dicks if you were inside of a goddamn Gundam.
I would not. I'm not a fan of mechs at all.
I
I
don't really
dislike that
care
shit.
for him. Yeah.
Damn.
Same.
Damn, I just
Shut
show
him
whatever,
down.
whatever.
So
Yup.
every podcast we love to do a game, and actually this one's very new to me. I thought this would be great. So our this game is like casual phrases that we do say, and what the game is, you gotta guess what the phrase means in the modern term, and then we're gonna tell you what the actual definition of where it came from, like the origins of the phrase. So like for the first one is like break the ice. So like for me, even at school, like teachers would tell me like break the ice. You can't Google it, by the way.
No, that's something else.
Oh, I was about to say
'Cause
like
I
you
got
can't
something.
cheat.
I got something that no one would understand.
Oh god. But yeah, like for the first one's break the ice. Like, what do you guys think that means? Break the ice.
Like start the
Um.
conversation.
Oh. I think I know. So are you trying to say like what's the origin or like what's
No,
the?
like meaning. What do you guys? Oh, so like the meaning of it. Oh, actually, no. What we can do is I'm gonna tell you the meaning of it, and then you guys tell me like what do you think the origins is from. Let's do that.
Okay.
So like break the ice. The meaning is to break off a conflict or commence a friendship. Where do you guys think it came from? Like, what do you think is the actual definition for break the ice?
Mhm.
We
Um.
don't have to know this, right? We just gotta
So
get. We just gotta make a good guess,
We
right?
just try to make the best explanation you think is the like greatest definition for break the ice, like the origins of why they made that.
Mhm. Someone wants
I
to
mean,
go
that one's
first.
kind of easy. I feel like
yeah, I think so too.
What do you guys think?
Um.
because, like say like going to Antarctica, right? You go to Antarctica and you're like, oh, you got to go to this part. Well, you got to break the ice to get to the place you're trying to get to. Like trying to, it's like a metaphor, like being a friend. You
Yeah.
got to break the ice to get to
Get
to
to your
get
friend.
to, yeah, or whatever.
Hey,
Oh, I was thinking something
that's the
else.
definition. No, that's actually the definition.
Yeah,
I was thinking
Well,
something else.
what were we
pretty literal
thinking?
metaphor
Well,
right there.
don't say it until you go through all of us, bro.
I think of Ice Barrage.
Lama,
What were we
ice
thinking?
barrage.
I mean, Dylan.
Well, I mean, I was thinking like, like starting your car, um, like you gotta like warm it up, and like if there's ice on it, like
Okay.
it's all fucked up. But that's what I was thinking. But now that I
It's just
know it's
like
not it,
going.
I'm just like whatever.
That's the funny thing
All
about
right.
it. So
My mind,
yeah.
for me, my mind's a little bit fucked up. I thought about the Titanic hitting the iceberg.
I thought
Oh
about the
my
Titanic
god.
too. I thought about the Titanic too. I'm
You
with
guys
you.
are
Interesting.
fucked up.
I literally thought about the Titanic. I'm like, what the
Interesting.
fuck? Yeah.
So I think this one is almost a given, I guess, in a sense. Like butter someone up. The meaning is to impress someone with flattery, like just to impress someone. I I
Origin of this.
I, I feel like this one's gonna be a weird one.
Butter them
Butter
cheeks.
Let me.
someone. Butter someone.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Cheeky. Cheeky. Ina
I just read it.
Paku.
There's no way you guys actually get this.
butter
Ina
someone
say
up.
say this year. You got
I
you
Uh,
fucking diner.
Somebody
Go
on
there with your love.
this.
And
Oh
I don't
man.
know what to say. I could say
butter like toast. I don't know.
I'm thinking of booty
No.
right now.
Booty, what the fuck?
I swear if that was the
That's
right
actually kind of what
answer.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
can't
was
think.
actually kind of what I was thinking,
Fucking
dude.
buttering someone up is like, but not in a sexual. But I think it's like butts. I think it's a butt thing.
Oh
The
no, I
butt
was
thing.
thinking like literally putting like butter on someone's ass. Like,
God damn. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it because I feel like you guys won't get it. So this was a customary religious act in the ancient Egypt or oh my god, ancient India. The devout would throw butter balls at the statues of their gods to seek favors and forgiveness.
okay.
What the fuck?
That's so fucking specific.
Yeah.
You would throw butter balls at a statue and act.
Okay.
I don't know
So,
why butter.
so let me ask this: how the fuck did that reach the states and we start using that as like a regular phrase? Like what?
You're not.
But
We
it's
transported a lot of stuff out from the
yeah.
states.
But
And
remember,
somehow they made it here. Okay.
it's ancient India, so it took like forever to get here.
True, but
So
Like
how
many
did that
years.
become
I
like?
I
How is
don't
it
even
still a
know, bro.
phrase? Like what?
I don't even know. I like the our definition of it. Butter someone up. I didn't like that one, but the next one
I'm
is
not using that anymore.
Matt. Now that you know, mad as a hatter, which the meaning is to completely crazy, to be completely crazy.
I actually know this
I've never
one.
used this. You do?
I
Actually,
mean, I can
I
only
actually know
think
this one.
of like the Mad Hatter from
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
That's what a lot of people think, but I actually know the like a short definition. Like I understand. I know where it came from. But I'm gonna wait till everyone gives their answers.
Most,
I say Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I think yeah about Alice Wonderland as well. Not gonna lie.
The what?
Alice
Can I read the
Wonderland.
first part? Can I read the first part of it?
Yeah.
No, you didn't already know this one because it didn't originate from Lewis Carroll's Alice in the Wonderland. Its
Fuck
origins date from the
you.
17th and 18th centuries, well
Okay.
before Lewis Carroll's book was published.
Yes.
Damn.
And so Mad as a Hatter is can I explain this part?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So back in fucking forever ago land, so a long time ago there were hat makers. I forgot what part of the world, but one of the ingredients, I guess, part of the adhesives was like fumigated mercury, I believe. That
Yeah,
act
yeah.
as an adhesive, and these hat makers, I don't know if you know the side effects of like constant exposure to like lead and
Yeah.
mercury. It
Yeah.
makes you. It literally will. It short circuits your brain basically, and you can be like super irritable, super mad, super fast. It just turns you crazy. So like that, the recent like all this exposure from these like hat making because of the fumigated mercury, because it was an ingredient for an adhesive for the hat. They just got recently, they exposed to that and they go fucking crazy over
And
time.
it just looked like they were mad.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So the other one is cat got your tongue.
How you
I
tongue.
literally don't know this one. I hear it a lot, but I
Meaning
think
is
yeah.
want me to read the meaning or you just want to guess it?
I have no idea, but I read the meaning.
Ask to a person who is at loss of words. So the cat got your tongue?
I feel like
No,
it's
the
like from like
oranges, the oranges.
I feel like from back in the day when like someone was like I just think about back in the day when they're like in the theatrical place and you just watching it and you just don't know what to say. So someone will say that phrase to you, but I don't know why would they say that.
I have a
Like-
guess. I'm guessing someone's cat fucking bit off their fucking tongue.
Damn.
That's literally what I thought
Yeah.
originally.
I
I
thought-
thought it was a cat literally biting off your tongue.
I thought of like a dominatrix, I guess.
Oh,
It'd be like a woman, like, you know, some CBT, cock and ball torture,
Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
Dragon Ball
god.
torture. I can sign me up.
The
Sign me up.
cat got your
Sign me
tongue.
up.
Yeah, the woman
Dragon Ball torture.
beating man. I don't know. Yes.
What a guy. So the origins of it is the English Navy used a whip called Cato Nine Tails for flogging. The pain was so severe that it caused the victim to stay quiet for a long time. Another possible source could be from ancient Egypt, where liars and blasphemers' tongues were cut out and fed to the cats.
I was close. I was kind of
You were.
close.
I think
Yeah,
you lose this
you're
one.
close.
Yeah, you're the closest one, Dylan.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Oh, the last one, we're just gonna do 5 for today. The last one is barking up the wrong tree, and the meaning is to have misguided thoughts about an event or situations, a false lead.
I
Barking
think
up
this
the
one
wrong
has to
tree.
do. I think this has to do with farts. And I don't know why, but I seriously
What?
think that farting on somebody and pissing them off.
What? Like, I kind
Yeah.
of get it, but like,
Barking? I don't know, man. You can
barking
see
up
you can
the.
see why I'm saying that though, right?
Yeah, I can see why, but
Yeah,
like,
I feel like he's messing with the wrong person.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to fart on the wrong person, man.
like,
But I feel like
Uh,
you have
Isn't
something.
it a play on words too? It's like barking and barking.
I feel like
Bark.
it's
You got a
like
good point.
hunting, like the dog hunting like a squirrel or something, and
Yeah.
then like barking up the tree, even though like the squirrel could
Oh
like jump
yeah.
over to another tree or some
Oh,
shit.
it's
Yeah.
like I'm over here, dumbass. Like the
Yeah.
squirrel making
Yeah. I
fun of the
think
dog.
that's probably
Yeah.
it. But
I thought about hunting, but didn't think that far. I thought it was something about hunting, but just didn't think that far.
So this one is what were you gonna say?
I was just saying I think
Uh,
Chris is right.
Is the origins is this refers to hunting dogs that may have chased their
Damn.
prey up a tree. Dog barks, assuming that their prey is still in the tree when the prey is no longer there.
Exactly
Hey,
correct, Chris.
Exactly what
Damn.
Chris said.
I feel like that was
Damn.
also like a given. Like I was just if thinking about it, it makes
Yeah, I
sense.
mean it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's obvious. So that's it for the podcast. Again, thank you, Alex, for hopping on. We love
Yeah, anytime.
it was great.
I had a wonderful time. Thanks for having me.
Glad you had a
And
wonderful time.
yeah, and best of luck to everyone. All right.
Yeah, man. Thank you again. We post every Tuesday. Make sure to check out our second channel where we post clips of the channel of the podcast. Go check out our TikTok and Instagram where we post funny clips from the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, let's go.